the head of the Russian mercenary group Wagner, has entered exile in Belarus following a failed mutiny. And according to the Kremlin, his forces will soon be handing over weapons to Russia. NTD's Sam Wang brings us the latest.
On Tuesday, the president of Belarus confirmed Wagner chief Yevgeny Prigozhin's arrival.
Yes, indeed. He is in Belarus today. As I promised, if you want to stay with us for some time and so on, we will help you, of course, at their expense.
Prigozhin launched a mutiny against Moscow over the weekend. He said that Russia's military leadership deceived its own nation into an all-out war, and among those who were lied to, President Putin was one of them. Prigozhin added that Russian forces deliberately attacked his field camps in Ukraine and murdered nearly 2,000 men. But the uprising came to a halt after the Belarusian president brokered a deal with Prigozhin. Lukashenko said he talked Prigozhin out of a half-mad state and advised Putin not to respond too hastily, saying the Wagner leader was shaken by the death of his men. Under the agreement, Wagner members will face no criminal charges, and Prigozhin himself is allowed to enter exile in Belarus. In the meantime, the Kremlin's defense ministry said that the Wagner group is preparing to turn in its weapons, indicating a possible disbandment in the upcoming days. This came just on the heels of President Vladimir Putin's statement on Monday, in which he offered Wagner members the choice to join regular Russian forces. Those who don't want to join can either go home or catch up with their leaders in Belarus. Some of the surrendered arsenals include tanks, aircraft, air defense batteries, and an airborne command center plane. But the dust hasn't fully settled in Moscow. Putin has announced an investigation against Prigozhin today, saying that the leader has received around $2 billion from the Kremlin.
Meanwhile, I want to note, I want you all to also know about this. Support for the entire Wagner group was fully provided by the state. From the defense ministry, from the state budget, we fully funded this group.
Putin didn't mention Prigozhin by his name, but the Russian president did vow to, quote, squash him like a bug if the mutiny had carried on. Sam Wang, NTD News.